Today we're going to talk about why most people fail to stay consistent with their diet. I see it so much, and whenever I ask what is the number one reason that you haven't succeeded in attaining your fitness or weight loss goals, one of the main reasons that come up is consistency and discipline. Most of the time people think that they are just not consistent enough. There's something terribly wrong with them personally, because after all, the diet plan that they took from their nutritionist or dietitian is perfect, and the training program that they took is perfect, and they just assume automatically that they just don't have the discipline and they are just not consistent, right? However, I'm here to tell you that this is not necessarily the case. Here are a couple of reasons. So, number one, the first reason why most people fail is that they're trying to do too much at the same time. At the same time. I've explained this before, and if you haven't watched my video on willpower, please go back and watch it. However, we have limited energy, we have limited willpower, and we can only do so much at the same time. So that's why whenever I recommend to anyone to change a habit, I recommend only trying to change one habit at a time. However, most people, they try to do so much whenever they try to get their weight under control. So for example, they are going to completely change the way they eat, right? Because they're sticking to this super secret diet plan. They are going to start working out. They are going to sleep early. They are going to quit smoking. They are not going to go out. So much change. They end up resisting that, so they try to control themselves for a very short period of time, and then after that it goes to hell within the first 2 weeks. So the lesson here is, don't try to make massive changes. It is more than enough to just make very minor changes to your diet and start working out, and that's it for the first month, and then start building on that. Maybe start adjusting your sleep in the second month. If you're a smoker, then maybe wait a bit and start taking it gradually. Just go slow. Don't try to do way too much at the same time, okay? Too much of a deficit. Yes, so you go to your well-renowned, famous dietitian, and they give you that sheet of paper and they say, go follow that and come back and see me within I don't know, 2-3 weeks or so. Here's the problem. This sheet is designed to make you lose a lot of weight in a very short amount of time, just so that you can come back and pay for another session, right? However, although some of you might think this is a good thing because it's giving us quick wins, its results. However, these results are not sustainable. You're in too much of a deficit. You are going to be hungry, you are going to feel deprived, and you are going to be miserable. If you can sustain that for a week or two, you won't be able to sustain it for a long time. And that is why you are having a hard time being consistent, because it's just too much. You can't do that for a prolonged period of time. Number 3, they are usually looking for fast results. And this is something that I am completely against. Fast results in this case are crap. They are not something you will be able to sustain, and this is something that I always tell anyone who has come to me and wants to lose weight and keep it off for the long term. We are not going to put you on a crash diet. I just don't do that. I actually had a recent client of mine. She lives in the UK, and the first time we had a talk, she said, well, you know what? I just want to start really strong. I want to do a diet with very low calories so I can lose so much weight, and then we can take it easy. I told her, no, there is really no point unless you are someone who is going to compete. For example, you're a fighter, you're a bodybuilder, you're a figure competitor. Then there is no point to do something like that. It does too much damage to your metabolism, and honestly speaking, it is a lot of work. So we're gonna do a crash diet, and then we're gonna have to reverse diet, and then we're gonna have to get you on a maintenance. It is ridiculous, right? And along the way, we haven't really gained anything, because even if you have the ability to sustain that for a while. After that, you're gonna go crazy, and you're not even gonna be able to follow through what needs to happen after that in order to get to a place where you're actually losing weight slowly. Over the past 15 years in this industry, I don't know one person who has been able to do a crash diet and sustain it and keep that weight off over the long term. It just doesn't work. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at rami@coachrami.com. And if you are ready and want to start your journey the right way and lose the body fat and maintain that loss over a long period of time, again, shoot an email to Rami, R-A-M-Y, at coachrami, COACHRAMY.com, and put in the subject line, long-term results. And if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section.